Hey guys, Kristi here. Welcome to the Circle of Alchemy Sisters, and we have been absent. We've been on break for 2 weeks, I think.
Yes. Yeah.
So it's really exciting to get back. It's really exciting to start getting the messages out again because when we started this podcast, I don't think that we really knew we wanted to get messages out. We wanted to be relatable and we wanted to help people find their journey, but I don't think that we really understood like how guided we were going to be by now the Pleiadians, right? We
Right.
didn't know that when we entered into this um podcasting deal that we are doing, that we were going to be led by the fifth dimensional Pleiadians, but we definitely are. That's what this is about. I think is about them like leading the new earth and us getting the messages out to people to learn how to use the energy that's here in the new earth and pay attention to the split. And that's I'm really excited to get back. How
Yes.
about you?
Yes. I am super excited. I've been ready to get back to work for the last few days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure, for
So,
sure. Okay, so I don't know. I'm just trying to listen to the messages that I'm hearing in my head and see where they want to go. Do you have any questions to begin with? Any thoughts that you want to
so
elaborate?
I know that when we had our morning meeting, that you felt like we were guided to talk about the 3D, 5D split. So, you want to elaborate a little bit on what was going on with that?
Sure, and they're saying like we know that we talk about this a lot, right? We know that we talk about this a lot, that there's a split, there's a split, that there's a split, and it's been coming for years. It's being predicted for years that the split is coming and the time is now, right? And humans like we don't know how to live in the new energy because this has never happened before. We've always had a third dimensional planet, and now our planet is not third dimensional anymore. Our planet has now evolved into a fourth dimensional planet. So with fourth dimensions comes energies straight from the planet that we can use, right?
Right.
So we can actually, where we could use those third dimensional beautiful energies before, now they're more powerful, right? We can just scoop them up, And I always make a deal with Mother Gaia. It's not like I like take her energy and don't thank her. I ask her always first. Like I'm in a partnership with Mother Gaia, right? And I feel like every human, I'm not the only person that can do this, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're looking for some extra help, some extra energy, literally just say, Mother Gaia, I am looking for your support. I'm looking for your guidance. I ask for some of your beautiful, powerful energy. And as you can see, I'm just like scooping it up, right? I'm just like asking for it. And whatever I need is going to provide more energy. Because remember, it's a new dimension. So manifesting is super, super easy now, right? But again, we don't know how to do it. We don't know how to use it. And that's what I think that we're here for. And that's what we're here to relay is like, let's teach people now how to use the energies that we have within us, combined with the energies of Mother Gaia, combined with the energies of the universe, right? So we're very powerful, powerful beings right now. We just don't know how to do it.
Right.
So, do you have anything from that?
Sure. So, let's go back to like the manifesting and using um, the energy of Mother Gaia. So, would you use the energy from Mother Gaia in your manifestations?
Yes.
So, give us an example on how we would do that.
I would, no, let me just tune in and see what they're saying because I've never done these things either, right?
Right.
I'm learning as you're learning. So they're saying if you, let's say you want to project something out into the universe, right? If
For
we're
example?
manifesting. For example, if we're manifesting,
Okay.
right? I'm manifesting abundance, right? So I think in my head first, like what would it look like if I was abundant in all ways, in all areas? I see that in my head, what abundance looks like to me. I feel it in my heart chakra, what abundance feels like to me. Abundance makes me feel very happy because if I have abundance, I can share it with everyone around me. It makes me so happy, right? So when we're thinking about it and then we're feeling it, next we have to send it out into the universe, and that's using our throat chakra, right? Well, if we want to add more power to the vibrations, to the throat chakra, we can scoop some up from Mother Gaia and just ask her, like, will you help me with this manifestation? I'm asking for your assistance with this manifestation. And then we can scoop it down from the universe, right? Like, I'm asking you to assist me with this manifestation. And just kind of, I create a ball. I create a ball of energy, right? I scoop it up from here, I scoop it down from here, and I speak into the world abundance. I am manifesting abundance, and I push it out. So that's just an example, right? Speaking abundance, speaking manifestations, scoop some energy up, but make it deal with Mother Gaia, right? Like, don't just take her energy. You're not allowed to do that, right? It's a partnership, it's a relationship. I have a relationship with Mother Gaia. I respect her. I go out into her and I give her gratitude. I hug trees. I sit in the grass. I touch the grass, you know, like, and I have a personal relationship with the earth, with Mother Gaia. And I also have a personal relationship with the universe and my guides and God or source, you know, so you can't just take advantage of the powers. You have to be very respectful of them, you know, just like everything in the new earth is all about respect, compassion, peace, like living as one with everything that we are surrounded with. We're a team. We're all a team. You know, Mother Earth is a part of us. She is a team member. The universe, they're a part of us. The guides, you know, they're a part of us. Our ancestors, they're all a part of us. And we have the ability now in the fifth dimension to use all of that power. We're upgraded. The earth is upgraded. Like, we have access to things that we have not had access to before. Very exciting.
So beautiful.
It is very exciting. But they're also saying on the other end of the spectrum, there's a lot of people who are, it's almost like they're freaking out with this new energy. They feel it, right? They feel it, but they don't understand it and they don't know what's going on. So it's almost making people like on a spiritual level, on an emotional level, a mental level, feel a lot of pressure, feel a lot of like, if you're living in the third dimension, it's like you don't have a home anymore, right? Because Earth isn't even third dimensional. So if you're living in the third dimension, it's tough right now. It's very tough right now. And I feel like the spiritual ascension that's taking place, if third dimensional people really can't start to look at their shadows, because I know a lot of people are like, how the hell do you know? Like, how do you get from 3D to 5D? Like, what are you talking about, right? And that is an ascension journey. That's a healing journey, you know? Like, it's looking your traumas, fears, shadows, like all of those things that you don't want to think about, that you've been shoving down inside of you for years and years and years and years, bringing them up and looking at them and loving yourself at the age that happened, forgiving yourself if it was something that you feel responsible for. Like, instead of just saying like, that happened to me and it's not a part of me, we have to look at them. We have to bring them up because they are existing within your body, you know? And you can't tell me, no, that's not true. I'm not. Well, if you're living in the 3D, it is true. It is true. If you are in the third dimension and your life is, I don't want to judge anybody, but shit.
Right.
It's shit. Fuck the third dimension, bro. I don't want to be anywhere near it, you know? Because it is ruled in all of my trauma, all of my fear, all of the darkness and the blackness. That is third dimension, right? And you're living in just like your demons, you know? And your demons aren't there to keep you, right? They're not there to hold on to you. Demons aren't made to hold on to you and keep you forever. That's not what they're made for. Demons are made to push you out of the personal hell that you are keeping yourself in. Right? And another big lesson for third dimensional people is hard but true. No one's coming to save you. There's not a miracle that's going to happen, and you're just going to change overnight into a new person without putting the work in.
For sure. I like staying in the same environments and being around people and using them as a crutch is not going to help you, heal either. Healing is done individually, is done by yourself. And sometimes being alone during that time is the best thing that you can do for yourself. Because keeping yourself distracted, whether it's around other people and using them as a way to help heal yourself, that's not how it's done.
Filling your time with, I got to do this and I got to do this because when I sit down, all I do is think. Mm-hmm. Well, we need to do that. We need to, why? Why does your brain race like that? What is happening inside? Anxiety, fear, all these things, we have to look at them as bullies. They are bullies. And they are a part of you. Mm-hmm. And what do we do to bullies? We look them in the eyes and we tell them to fuck off, right?
Yes.
Dude, mm-hmm. Leave me alone. I don't want you to exist in my energy systems anymore. So I'm going to do whatever I can to deal with the issues that you have given me. Look at your traumas, look at your triggers. All of us have triggers. You're being triggered by something. What does this trigger mean? Why is it coming up? What other time is it bringing you back to? You cannot get out of the third dimensional hell on earth that you are living in if you are just going to continue living your life exactly the same all day, every day. I've always done this. This is what I do. This is just who I am. This is just how I am. That's not true. You don't have to be like that. You have to be aware of the symptoms you have. You have to be aware of the behaviors that you have. And you have to eventually, after awareness, learn how to stop those behaviors. Because you're in control. Mm-hmm. I know that if you're in the middle of a panic attack, it seems as if you're going to die, right? But you can learn how to control these things just by being aware. I am in the middle of a panic attack right now. I am not going to die. I can breathe. And you just, emotional regulation is something that we have to take into consideration. We cannot let our unhealed traumas and emotions control us anymore. We have to be in control of our emotions. And I know it's hard. I had something happen over the weekend, and I'm sure there was some tower moments that I didn't survive all the way, but I was aware. I was aware the whole time. Aware of my behavior, even if it was bad. I was aware. I wasn't in denial. I wasn't saying things like, nope, I didn't do any blah, 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 all this denial. I am in complete awareness, and I acknowledge my behaviors, right? And I pay attention. I'm feeling this. My heart is racing. My stomach is starting to hurt. I'm starting to hyperventilate. This is fear. Mm-hmm. This is fear. I am fearing something. I'm angry. I'm so freaking angry right now. This is sadness. This is disappointment, right? Awareness. I before we would have just cried and hyperventilated and been angry and bleh, all over the place and all over everyone else around us, right? But mm-hmm. The awareness, I have this and I know what's going on. And, it stops me from exploding and behaving in ways that I've always behaved, but I'm not trying to do anymore. I don't want to live in that world anymore. I think about the way I used to be. I think about when I used to live in the third dimension. Do you ever remember back to when you were living in the third dimension?
Yes, whenever I'm going through my healing and things come up in my mind and then I get that yucky feeling in my gut, I'm like, oh, I need to pay attention to this. And then I'll be like,
I'm like physically hurt.
yeah.
My body, I was going to the doctor every day, every other day, twice a week. What's wrong with me? I hurt everywhere. I just hurt. I have this chronic pain everywhere.
So you had body pains. So your 3D symptoms gave you body pains?
Anxiety attacks, depression, anger.
Yeah.
Like all the things. I was there. You know?
Depression, definitely for me. I didn't have body pains, but severe depression, not loving yourself. I mean, all those yucky things.
Yeah. And now I'm not saying it's easy because like looking your demons and facing your fears, that's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary.
And I even know that even now, like those 3D times where like past memories, if I'm sitting on the couch and then memories will just pop up in my head, and I get so like so much anxiety when I think about something like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. Oh, stop thinking about it. And then
stop thinking about it.
Exactly. But the thing is that I've realized that's not healing that trauma. That's not healing something that you did. So I've started when that pops up, I'm like, okay, that just made me feel disgusting. That just made me, like want to rebel against that memory. I need to be like, I forgive myself for the choices I made from an unhealed place. And I release it now. So, and now those memories don't even come back anymore.
Yes. So, and that's healing.
I had never really realized that until we have connected, and through our journey and you helping me to break the chains from my past has really opened my eyes to, well, that's how you heal yourself. Had no idea.
Humans are enslaved.
Yeah.
We're slaves just by our past experiences, by the shame that we've put on ourselves.
Shame, that's a good one. Yes.
Shame for existing and making mistakes and doing things that humans do. Like, humans make dumb mistakes. They just do, right? We all do it. But we do not have to pay for it for the rest of our lives internally. Like, even for some reason they're putting prisoners in my mind, but people in prison. They make one mistake and they have to live and serve their entire lives in prison, right?
Yeah.
But let's say in that jail cell, they learn how to forgive themselves. They're not really enslaved that way, like it's, all you have to do is just forgive yourself. And you're not going to live enslaved.
No, you're free mentally, but you're still serving a punishment.
Obviously. Yeah. Obviously. I don't know why they were bringing up prisoners because they didn't give me much of a message afterwards. But they're just comparing it to be in prison. Like those people, they maybe have committed a horrible, horrible, horrible crime. And if they are able to forgive themselves and set themselves free, like, what can't you forgive yourself from?
I think that's where they're going with it. Mental imprisonment. Putting your own self in prison and making yourself suffer for things that you could just easily forgive yourself over. I have actually felt like I was in jail, like in the past, that I was running from mistakes that I had made, and I was running from the law at a certain point in time. And it felt like I was in prison for 2 years. And I'm the kind of person that came and lived with a speeding ticket. So I'm no longer running from the law. Just so we know, I do not have any felonies. I'm not like a weird person, but we make mistakes, and then we learn from those mistakes. We listen and we don't judge.
We listen and we don't judge.
Yes.
That is another, I know it's a joke. It's a trend on TikTok. It's going around. Yeah. But that is a 5D way of life.
Yes.
We listen and we don't judge.
Yes, because people need to be heard, and nobody wants to speak and try to heal themselves if they think that the other person on the other end of their communication is going to judge them.
If someone is telling you something if someone is healing themselves through you, the worst thing that you can do is say, I would never do that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't believe you did that. I would never do that.
Yes.
That's like, we listen and we don't judge.
Yes.
I understand. I'm compassionate.
Yes.
I'm understanding. There's nothing you could come to me and tell me that I wouldn't be able to be like, on some level, I would understand, right? Because what kind of horrible things has that person gone through to have to do this horrible thing?
Yeah, for sure.
You know, like, if someone is doing something horrible, what kind of horrible things have they suffered to do that to other people? So,
absolutely.
I mean, yeah. I always go back to, I have so many days that I still have to forgive myself for. Because when I'm feeling ashamed, when these moments come up for me, it's like my hood rat days, right? Like when I was like going to the bar and I was like in the club and I was like a horrible person, those memories still come up for me.
Yes.
So I am honestly still like weekly remembering things that I have done in what seems like a past life, you know, and saying, I forgive myself. And literally like making friends with, like, I think about how old I was at that time, and I like go to myself internally. I go to myself as this age. I go to her and I like hug her and I tell her, girl, you're fine. Don't even worry about it. You know, like, I love you. You're fine. I'm still loving myself at all these different ages. It's like from the age of 21 to 35. I'm still daily, weekly, whatever, healing all of the trauma that I literally did to myself. I did it all to myself, you know, because I was living in my trauma.
Yeah.
Living in my trauma. And I choose not to live in my trauma anymore. I'm not ashamed of my trauma. I don't want to broadcast my trauma everywhere anymore. It doesn't make me cry anymore. It doesn't make me angry anymore. And that's how you know you're healing, when you're indifferent to your trauma. Like, I understand. My I can't even think of the word. The people who hurt you. Abusers.
Yes. That's, yeah.
I look at my abusers and I feel compassion for them. Compassion, you know, like, I understand. I know how you were raised. I know what you've been through. Like, it's completely understandable that these things have happened, because I understand that some people aren't as strong as you, right? Some people don't know the truth. Some people don't have that in them, right? Some people are just so guilted and shameful that they might not come out of it, right?
Yes, absolutely.
And that's the third dimension. Feeling guilt, feeling shame, feeling hate, feeling anger, feeling, you know, like, no, they don't deserve my forgiveness.
Yes.
I hate them forever. They ruined my life.
Yes.
They don't have to ruin your life. You let them. You're letting them. Why do you allow them to have that power over you? They may have had that power over you 1 time, 2 times, 10 times, for how many years you let them have the power over you. But they don't have to have the power now. Nobody has my power. I have my power. I'm standing in my power. And I'm not allowing anyone to steal my power from me anymore. You can take what you want from me, right? But you're not going to take my power, because I've given it away so many times that I'm just, it's a part of me now. I'm not giving it away anymore. It's mine. It's like my hand. It's not going anywhere. My power's staying with me.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful, empowering message. Because it's absolutely true. That is exactly what we're faced with. And there are many, many people waking up to that. Many people standing in their power, reclaiming their power.
There is so much empowerment going on right now.
Yes.
So much empowerment going on. Is such a beautiful thing, and I love it so much. Now, I just have to talk about the women, right? Like, let's just talk about women for a minute. we have come so far in such a short amount of time. Okay? Like, we literally went from, I mean, it was like 5 to 10 years. Women went from being housewives to leaders of the free world, right? Like, women have come so far, and that is energy, right? It's energy. It is that dimensional sort of thing rising. It's rising and it's rising and it's rising, and we are finally realizing, like, why we're the same, you and me, and why do you feel like you're better than me? You're stronger than me, you're faster than me, and you're smarter than me. Like, why do you feel that way? You know, it's time where men and women are literally equals, you know, if not us women to rise into our power, because that's what's happening right now, is the rise of the divine feminine, right? Like, and all of us beautiful, amazing, I'm so proud of all the women in my life, right? Because they are rising into such beautiful creatures, and we all have such traumatic pasts. We all have recovered from living in that third dimension. All of us.
Yes.
You know? Our entire circle, our entire coven, or whatever we want to call ourselves, our divine feminine group, you know? All of us used to live in that third dimension. And now all of us are literally living in between the fourth and the fifth. We just live there. And it's such a beautiful thing. And now it's taken hell to get there. Hell.
I will absolutely 100% validate that.
I mean, hell, going through the hell is the healing. It's the healing, you know? Like, we have to face all of the things that we are not willing to admit. Yeah. Spirit won't let you get away with it anymore.
No.
Once you say, like, I'm going on this healing journey, Spirit, your team, God, Source, everybody is like, all right, let's do this, right? Let's do this. And there's no turning back, you know? Once your third eye is open, it's like impossible for it to go back to sleep. And unless you just keep ascending and ascending and ascending, you're going to be miserable. They're going to make you miserable. If I did not make you uncomfortable, you never would have moved. So if you are in a very uncomfortable position, a very pressurized position, no, it's because you're on the healing journey, right? We're trying to get rid of all of this nasty, yucky, gross stuff that can't exist where you are going. All of these unhealed things that you're not facing, that are now up in your face, right? And you can't deny them anymore. We're trying to get rid of them. It's Spirit saying, see this? Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. And you're like, I just want a break. And Spirit is like, no, you're not getting a break, because you're worthy of so much more. You don't deserve to carry all. Let go. Just let go of all this baggage. But first, we got to pull it out and look at it. Like, let's look at it, you know? So.
That was one of the cards I pulled this morning for myself.
Let it go.
Letting go.
It's a big thing.
Because I am shedding a lot in my life. I'm letting go of all the shit that I've been carrying for years. And I'm stepping into a new season, a new beginning, a new journey, a better journey, and I'm loving this journey. Self-discovery, coming back home to myself, learning to love myself completely as a whole.
Yeah.
And I'm learning to stand my ground. And it's very, very enlightening and empowering.
Goddess energy.
It is, and it's beautiful, and I can feel it now.
Yeah. It's that goddess energy. I told you the goddesses were strong today. I felt the goddesses yesterday when we had a little moon celebration yesterday, a manifestation party. And I felt them yesterday, and today I feel them again. So there is some kind of divine feminine rising going on, like, in this very moment, because I have felt them strong the past 2 days. Yeah. So it probably has something to do with the moon. But I also feel Hecate, like, rawr, Hecate. Like, I know you love it when I growl like that. But I feel her very strong in the collective right now. I feel like a lot of us in the collective are at crossroads, right?
Yes.
We're at crossroads, and that's what Hecate is. She's the crossroads, right? So if you're at a crossroads and you're seeing signs of certain things, tune in because Hecate might be calling to you, right? Like, it happens. It happens. If we are on an ascension journey and we are a divine feminine power, the goddesses will find their way to you, and they will start showing themselves to you, and they will start transforming things in your life. But it's easier if you embrace it. If you keep like ignoring it and saying that's coincidence, that's coincidence, that's coincidence, it's going to be harder for you. It's going to be a struggle. So just like embrace, like, I think somebody's trying to tell me something. I think I'm getting some messages. Let's take into account all the signs and symbols that I've seen within the past week or a few days. Let's go on the internet and research like who is associated with these things and like figure out who's trying to talk to you, you know? And she's there to help you embody a certain aspect of your personality that needs transforming, that needs healing. Okay. Goddesses are basically DNA activations, you know, like we all have goddess energy in us. And when we activate certain goddesses in our lives, it transforms certain parts of us that they're here to do. And Hecate is the crossroads. Like if you have to make a decision, you're at a crossroads and you can't decide which way to go, Hecate will present herself into your life, but you've got to embrace her. You've got to embrace her and say, I see you. I see you. What are you trying to tell me? You know, the universe is always trying to talk to us. The universe is always trying to talk to us. They're on our side, and they do it in the way that we can hear it and feel it the most. So just pay attention, really, to what the universe is trying to tell you, the signs and the symbols, and don't be afraid. Don't be scared to embrace. Nothing's gonna hurt you. Nothing's gonna hurt you.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
All right.
You got anything else? I'm blabbing away over here. What do you got?
I really don't have anything else.
I feel like Teresa.
I've
been watching Teresa too much. The Long Island medium.
I like that voice. I like that accent that she has.
She's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
She is amazing. If I ever got to meet her, I would pee in my pants and cry. She's my idol. She really is my idol. I think she's a beautiful human being. So, shout out to Teresa.
Love it.
Yeah.
All right. I think that's pretty good today. Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, guys. We'll see you next time.